Clint Eastwood is not just another actor, he is a symbol of old Hollywood, a man who made his mark in Western movies and action films for more than 60 years. People know him for his calm but powerful personality, his strong screen presence and his quiet confidence. But now, at the age of 94, many people are shocked to learn how he is still living. While most people his age are retired, resting, or needing help in their daily life, Clint Eastwood seems to be living life on his own terms. That in itself is surprising, but what's even more surprising is how little he has changed. There is something almost unbelievable about seeing a man in his 90s still full of energy, making decisions, staying active, and keeping his private life mostly hidden from the public. People are curious, how does he do it? What makes him different from others his age? Is it his lifestyle, his mindset, or just who he is as a person? These questions keep people interested in him even after all these years. If you saw Clint Eastwood today, you would probably notice a few signs of age. He walks a little slower, he speaks a bit more carefully, but he still carries that same intense look in his eyes. The look that made him famous in movies like The Good, The Bad and the Ugly or Dirty Harry. Even though time has passed, that tough and thoughtful man is still there. And that's what makes him so interesting. Clint has never been someone who likes to talk too much about his personal life. He doesn't show off his house, his health, or his daily activities on social media. In fact, most people don't even know where he spends most of his time. But those who have seen him say that he still wakes up early, takes walks, works on film ideas, and even gives advice to younger actors and directors. Some say he still goes to the studio or the editing room just to be around the world of filmmaking. That alone is rare for someone in their 90s. What really surprises people is that he doesn't act like a typical old man. He doesn't complain about getting older. He doesn't talk about health problems or past regrets. Instead, he focuses on what he can still do. That simple attitude might be one of the biggest secrets behind his long and active life. He keeps his mind busy, he keeps his body moving, and he avoids stress and drama. While it sounds simple, it's something very few people actually do. And then there's his quiet lifestyle. Clint Eastwood doesn't live in Hollywood surrounded by the noise and cameras. He spends most of his time at his ranch in Carmel, California, where life is peaceful and private. He enjoys nature, spends time with his animals, and lives in a way that keeps him close to the earth. No big city lights, no fancy parties, no constant media attention. Just a man living quietly and fully. That choice might also be part of why he seems so calm and clear-minded even now. People often ask if he has a special health routine or if he eats a special diet. The truth is, Clint has always believed in balance. He eats healthy food but not in extreme ways. He stays active but not through hard gym workouts. He enjoys golf, walking and working outdoors. He avoids alcohol and junk food, and he tries to keep stress out of his life. These are small choices, but over time they have made a big difference. Another thing that keeps Clint different from others his age is that he still has goals. Even now, he talks about ideas for new movies or projects, he enjoys the creative process, and he loves telling stories. That passion for work, for creating something new, gives him a sense of purpose, and many experts believe that having purpose is one of the most important things for living a long and healthy life. But the real mystery is how he continues to keep the world interested without really trying. Clint Eastwood is not active on social media, he doesn't make viral videos, he doesn't seek attention, and yet people are still curious about him. That's because he has built something over decades, a life of respect, strength, and mystery. People want to know more about him because he doesn't give everything away. He keeps a part of himself hidden, and that's powerful in today's world where everyone shares everything. So when we say Clint Eastwood is 94 and still living an amazing life, it's not just about his age, it's about his choices. He chose a quiet life over a loud one. He chose purpose over retirement. He chose to keep going when most people stop, and that's what makes him not just a legend in film, but also a legend in life. Many fans wonder how much longer he can keep going like this. But maybe that's the wrong question. Instead of asking how long, we should be asking how he does it, how he remains so focused, so peaceful and so active in a world that moves too fast. That's the real secret. And that's why his life at 94 is not just amazing, it's inspiring. When most people imagine someone who is 94 years old, they picture a person who is slow, tired and perhaps dependent on others for daily tasks. But Clint Eastwood is not most people. His routine is nothing like what you'd expect from someone his age. Instead of slowing down with time, Clint has managed to keep a routine that is not only healthy but also keeps him active and involved in life. The question is, how does he do it? What's the secret behind his unusual energy and drive? Clint Eastwood's daily life at 94 is surprisingly busy, and what's even more surprising is how much he still manages to accomplish. When you think about Hollywood legends, you might expect them to be living a life of luxury and leisure, enjoying their retirement. But Clint isn't one to sit around. He still wakes up early, gets out of bed, and starts his day with energy. His routine is simple but very effective, and it's this routine that seems to keep him feeling young even as the years go by. One of the first things people notice about Clint is his commitment to staying active. While many people his age are content with taking it easy, Clint doesn't seem to rest much. He believes in the importance of movement and physical activity. In fact, he does not see age as an excuse to stop exercising. His routine includes long walks around his ranch, a place he values for its natural beauty. Some people might think of walks as something small, but Clint believes that staying in motion is key to feeling good. He is often seen walking outside, taking in the fresh air, and enjoying the surroundings. It's clear that for Clint, being outdoors is not just about getting exercise, it's about keeping his mind clear and his spirits high. But Clint's physical activity isn't just limited to walking. He still enjoys playing golf, a sport that keeps both his body and mind engaged. Golf is a game that requires focus, strategy, and physical coordination. Even at 94, Clint still plays and enjoys the game. It's not just about staying active for him, it's also about keeping his mind sharp. The challenge of golf, like any sport, forces him to think critically and stay focused. For Clint, staying active is just as much about his mental health as it is about his physical health. What's even more fascinating is how Clint's routine continues to evolve. He doesn't just stick to the same things every day. Instead, he's always looking for ways to challenge himself and improve. Whether it's trying out new activities or taking on different projects, Clint is always moving forward. This sense of curiosity and desire to grow is something that keeps him young at heart. It's easy for older people to settle into habits and routines that don't push them, but Clint's life is different. His ability to keep trying new things, even at 94, is a testament to his energy and determination. Clint Eastwood's routine also involves a lot of quiet time. While he's active and busy, he also knows how to slow down and take care of himself mentally. He spends a significant amount of time in solitude, reflecting on his day, his work, and his thoughts. This time alone allows him to recharge and keep his mind in a calm state. In today's busy world, it's easy to forget how important quiet time can be, but Clint understands that peace and reflection are essential for mental well-being. It's clear that his daily routine isn't just about physical movement, but also about giving himself space to think and relax. What's even more remarkable is that Clint Eastwood doesn't need anyone to help him maintain this routine. He is self-sufficient, living independently at his ranch, and he has built a life that doesn't rely on others for his happiness or health. While many people his age might need help getting around or managing their day-to-day tasks, Clint manages it all on his own. This independence is a big part of his routine, and it shows in how he lives his life. He doesn't wait for others to tell him what to do or how to live. He makes his own decisions and sticks to his routine with discipline. That level of independence is rare for someone his age, and it's something that many people admire about him. Another aspect of Clint's routine is his connection to the work he loves. He still spends time working on film projects, whether it's directing, producing, or simply talking about ideas for new movies. Despite his age, Clint still feels a strong sense of purpose in his work. His passion for filmmaking has never faded, and he remains involved in the creative process. It's not about needing the money or the fame, it's about his love for the craft. Clint doesn't need to keep working, but he chooses to because it keeps him engaged, challenged, and inspired. This passion for work is something that many people lose as they age, but Clint holds on to it, and it's clear that it's a big part of his daily routine. The most surprising thing about Clint Eastwood's routine, however, is how little he talks about it. While most people would be eager to share their secrets to staying active and healthy, Clint keeps his daily life private. He doesn't seek attention or approval, he just quietly lives his life, and that in itself is part of his routine. The fact that he doesn't need to broadcast every detail of his day is something that adds to his mystery. It's as if his lifestyle is a secret that people are only allowed to glimpse from time to time. So what can we learn from Clint Eastwood's routine? First, it's clear that staying active is key to maintaining a healthy mind and body. Second, having a sense of purpose and continuing to do what you love can keep you going strong, even as you get older. And finally, it's important to find balance in your life, to make time for both action and reflection. Clint Eastwood's routine may be simple, but it's effective. It shows that age doesn't have to slow you down, it's your choices that determine how you live. At 94, Clint Eastwood's routine continues to defy expectations. He's not slowing down, and there's no sign of him stopping anytime soon. People continue to wonder how he does it, and perhaps the real answer is simpler than we think. He stays active, stays focused, and keeps living life his way. Clint Eastwood is known for his tough, no-nonsense persona on screen. He's a man who has built his reputation in the entertainment industry, creating unforgettable roles that millions of fans have adored over the years. But despite his fame and success, Clint isn't the type of person who wants to be the center of attention. In fact, one of the most surprising aspects of his life is how little we really know about where he spends his time. The man who has directed, produced, and acted in some of Hollywood's most iconic films keeps his personal life very private. His retreat in Carmel, California is a perfect example of this secrecy. But what exactly happens behind the gates of his home? Is it just a quiet place to relax, or is it something much more important to Clint's life than anyone realizes? For many people, a Hollywood star would live in the spotlight, surrounded by cameras and media, but Clint Eastwood has always been different. He doesn't chase fame or constantly put himself in front of the public eye. Instead, he chose a life away from the chaos of Los Angeles and Hollywood. His ranch in Carmel, California is far from the bright lights of the city, nestled in a peaceful area where the distractions of the world can't reach him. This quiet life is exactly what Clint wants, a place where he can focus on what really matters to him. But while it might seem like just a place to escape from the world, Clint's retreat holds much more significance than most people realize. Many wonder why Clint chose Carmel as his home base. The city, known for its natural beauty and peaceful surroundings, offers a perfect escape from the public life that Clint has lived for decades. But what's more interesting is that this secluded location has allowed Clint to continue working on his projects in his own way, on his own terms. It's not just a retirement home for him, it's a space where Clint can continue his passion for filmmaking, staying connected to the industry without being in the spotlight all the time. He's always said that he enjoys the quiet life, and it's in these calm surroundings that Clint has been able to reflect, create, and work in a way that suits him. What many people don't know is that Clint doesn't just spend his time relaxing at his ranch. He's still deeply involved in the film industry, even if he isn't constantly seen at Hollywood events or in front of the camera. While Clint has stepped back from acting, he continues to direct, produce, and even give advice to younger filmmakers. His retreat in Carmel allows him to do this work without the constant interruptions of the busy film world. He doesn't need to be in Los Angeles or New York to make films. Clint's power as a filmmaker doesn't come from being in the middle of the action, it comes from his years of experience, his sharp mind, and his ability to focus on his work in peace. His home then becomes more than just a house. It's a secret base from which he can still exert influence on the film industry without drawing attention to himself. One of the most fascinating aspects of Clint's life is how he has managed to stay out of the public eye despite being one of the most famous people in Hollywood. While other stars are constantly in the media, attending red carpets and making headlines for their personal lives, Clint has avoided much of the drama that comes with fame. He doesn't use social media, he doesn't constantly appear in interviews, and he doesn't make himself available to the press. Instead, he keeps his personal life private, focusing on the things that matter most to him. This mysterious approach has only made people more curious about his life, particularly about what he's doing behind the scenes. People want to know what Clint is up to, but he doesn't give them the satisfaction of easy answers. His retreat in Carmel then becomes a symbol of his desire to remain in control of his own life. He can still create, still make an impact, but on his own terms and away from the world's eyes. This hidden retreat also plays a role in Clint's longevity. By choosing to live away from the stress of the entertainment industry, he has created an environment where he can focus on his health, his work, and his passions. The quieter life allows him to maintain a sense of peace and avoid the pressures that come with living in the public eye. For someone who has spent so many years in the fast-paced world of Hollywood, this slower, more deliberate way of living is a stark contrast. And yet it's precisely this lifestyle that has allowed Clint to keep going strong well into his 90s. While other stars are often overwhelmed by the demands of fame, Clint has managed to create a life that is both fulfilling and peaceful. But the question remains, what is really going on behind the gates of Clint's ranch? While we don't know everything, there are a few things that suggest Clint isn't just living a quiet life of retirement. For one, his home is filled with memorabilia and pieces of his history. The walls of his house likely tell the story of his incredible career. His love for movies and the art of filmmaking is still very much alive, even in this peaceful setting. Clint doesn't seem to be one to rest on his laurels. Instead, he appears to use his time to reflect on his work and to keep creating new ideas. His retreat isn't just a place to relax, it's a space for him to continue doing the things he loves, to reflect on the impact of his career, and to make plans for the future. In addition to his film work, Clint's home is also a place where he can spend time with his family. He has always been a family man, and his retreat in Carmel provides him with the opportunity to enjoy those quiet moments with the people he loves. While he may not be in the spotlight, Clint values his time with family and friends, and this secluded environment allows him to do that without the constant noise and distraction of Hollywood life. The mystery surrounding Clint Eastwood's retreat in Carmel only adds to his allure. We know that he values privacy, and yet we are left to wonder just how much of his life is still a mystery to the public. He has carefully created a space where he can continue working, living, and enjoying his passions without the interference of the media. His ranch is not just a quiet place, it's a hidden power base from which Clint continues to influence the world of filmmaking, and perhaps even more than that, it's a sanctuary where Clint can remain the man he has always been, strong, independent, and fiercely private. Clint Eastwood is not just known for his tough on-screen presence, but also for his remarkable mental sharpness. At 94 years old, many people would expect him to be slowing down mentally, forgetting things, or losing his edge. But Clint Eastwood is different. Despite his age, his mind remains as sharp as ever. It's almost unbelievable that someone who has lived such a long life, and has seen and done so much, can still function with the focus and clarity of someone much younger. People often wonder, what's his secret? How does Clint Eastwood keep his mind so sharp at such an advanced age? It's a question that many have tried to answer, but there's no simple explanation. What we do know is that his mental sharpness is one of the keys to his continued success and vitality, and it might be the one thing that truly sets him apart from others. The first thing to note is Clint's ability to stay focused. In an industry that is known for its fast pace and constant distractions, Clint has always been a man who maintains his focus. Whether he was directing a major film or managing his personal life, Clint has always had a remarkable ability to concentrate on the task at hand. This focus has been a huge part of his success, and it's something that has served him well throughout his career. While many people lose their concentration as they age, Clint has managed to keep his mental focus intact. This ability to stay focused is not only important for his work but also for his everyday life. It helps him make decisions quickly, stay calm under pressure, and continue to accomplish things that many people his age couldn't even dream of doing. Another reason for Clint's mental sharpness is his constant engagement with the world around him. Clint doesn't simply sit back and let life pass him by. He stays involved, whether it's by reading, learning, or engaging in conversation with others. He's always interested in new ideas, new challenges, and new opportunities. For someone who has lived through so many changes in the world, Clint could easily have decided to sit back and relax, letting his mind go into autopilot. But instead, he continues to seek out new experiences and information. This constant engagement with the world keeps his mind active, alert, and in top shape. He doesn't allow himself to get comfortable or lazy. He's always moving forward, always looking for ways to challenge himself and stay mentally fit. People who know Clint say that he is constantly thinking and analyzing. Whether he's working on a film, engaging in a conversation, or even reflecting on his own life, Clint's mind is always at work. He's not someone who idly passes the time. His mind is constantly active, and that activity helps to keep him sharp. Clint doesn't rely on routines or habits that could potentially dull his mind. Instead, he keeps pushing himself, learning new things, and always thinking about the next project, the next challenge, or the next adventure. This approach to life, always looking forward and never settling into a passive mindset, has played a major role in keeping his mind as sharp as it is. There's also something to be said about Clint's positive attitude toward life. He doesn't seem to dwell on the past or focus on things he can't change. Instead, Clint focuses on the present and what he can do right now. This positive outlook on life not only helps with his mental health, but also contributes to his sharpness. People who are constantly worried about their health or their future tend to become bogged down mentally. But Clint's ability to stay calm, remain positive, and focus on the task at hand has allowed him to maintain his mental clarity. His calmness in the face of stress or uncertainty is something that many people admire, and it's clear that it plays a big role in keeping his mind sharp. Another important factor in Clint's mental sharpness is his discipline. Clint has always been known for his work ethic. He's someone who doesn't take shortcuts and always puts in the effort to do things the right way. Whether it's on a film set or in his personal life, Clint's discipline has allowed him to stay focused and stay sharp. He doesn't allow himself to get distracted or waste time. Instead, he sticks to a routine, keeps his mind engaged, and works hard at everything he does. This discipline is not just about physical activity or work, it's about keeping his mind active and in top condition. Clint has never been the type to let his mind grow lazy, and that's one of the reasons why he's been able to maintain his mental clarity well into his 90s. Perhaps one of the most fascinating things about Clint's mental sharpness is how he applies it to his work. Even though he's 94, Clint still works as a director, producer, and sometimes even as a writer. His ability to make decisions quickly and clearly is something that sets him apart from many of his peers. While other filmmakers might slow down or begin to doubt their instincts as they age, Clint remains confident in his choices and his creative vision. His mind is still as sharp as it was when he was in his 40s, and that's a big reason why he continues to create successful films. It's not just about the physical aspect of filmmaking, it's about the mental clarity and decision-making that goes into creating a great movie. Clint's ability to stay mentally sharp allows him to continue working in a highly demanding industry, even at his age. There's no doubt that Clint's mental sharpness is a result of both nature and nurture. His ability to stay mentally sharp may be partly due to genetics, but it's also a result of the choices he's made throughout his life. He's always stayed active, always stayed engaged, and always focused on what's important to him. His mental sharpness is a product of his dedication, his discipline, and his ability to keep moving forward no matter how old he gets. Many people look at Clint Eastwood's mental clarity and wonder if it's possible for them to achieve the same thing. The truth is, Clint's mind didn't stay sharp just because he got lucky or because of some special trick. It stayed sharp because he worked at it. He stayed focused, stayed positive, stayed disciplined, and always kept his mind active. It's a lesson for anyone who wants to maintain their mental clarity as they age. If Clint Eastwood can stay sharp at 94, then perhaps there's hope for all of us to do the same. As Clint Eastwood continues to age, it's clear that his mental sharpness is one of his greatest assets. It's what has allowed him to continue working, creating, and living a full life long after most people would have retired. And the mystery of how he keeps his mind so sharp is something that continues to fascinate people. How does he do it? Maybe the answer lies in his approach to life, always staying engaged, always staying focused, and always moving forward. For Clint Eastwood, age is just a number, and his mind remains as sharp as ever, making him a true legend in every sense of the word. At 94, Clint Eastwood is living proof that age doesn't have to slow you down. Many people would expect someone in their 90s to be slowing down, spending their days resting and enjoying the quiet of retirement, but Clint is far from living the typical life of someone his age. Instead, he continues to lead an active, fulfilling life, both physically and mentally. People are constantly asking what's his secret. How has Clint Eastwood managed to live such a long, successful life and still maintain his health, energy, and focus at an age when most people are slowing down? The answer isn't as simple as one trick or habit. It's a combination of factors that Clint has put into practice throughout his life, all of which contribute to his remarkable longevity. And while there may not be one magical secret to Clint's long life, the choices he has made, and continues to make, have certainly played a role in keeping him going strong. One of the most important factors in Clint's longevity is his physical activity. While many people in their 90s might spend most of their time resting, Clint has always been active. He doesn't just sit around waiting for time to pass. Instead, he's always out doing something, whether it's going for a walk, working on his ranch, or playing a round of golf. Staying active is something Clint has done throughout his life, and it's something he continues to do today. Physical activity helps keep the body strong, the heart healthy, and the muscles in working condition. Clint has always understood that keeping his body in motion is essential to staying healthy as he ages. It's not just about exercise, it's about maintaining an active lifestyle, staying engaged with the world, and never letting yourself fall into a sedentary routine. Another key to Clint's longevity is his positive attitude. He has always been known for his calm, collected demeanor and his ability to take life's challenges in stride. Rather than getting upset or stressed over things he can't control, Clint has learned to roll with the punches and maintain a positive outlook on life. Stress is one of the biggest contributors to health problems as we age, and Clint has managed to avoid much of the negative effects of stress by staying calm and focused. His ability to stay relaxed and not sweat the small stuff is something that many people find admirable. It's not about ignoring problems, but rather about handling them in a way that doesn't damage your health. Clint's positive attitude has helped him stay healthy, both mentally and physically, and has contributed to his longevity. Clint's independence is another crucial factor in his long life. He has always been someone who takes care of himself, whether it's by staying physically active or by handling his personal affairs on his own. While many people as they age begin to rely on others for help, Clint has maintained his independence, living on his own and taking care of his ranch without assistance. This independence is not just about handling practical matters, it's also about maintaining a sense of purpose and control over his own life. Clint has never been one to give up control of his destiny. This sense of autonomy, the ability to make his own decisions and live life on his own terms, has allowed him to stay active, engaged, and healthy as he gets older. Another thing that has contributed to Clint's longevity is his ability to stay mentally engaged. As we age, it's easy to let our minds slow down and become less sharp. But Clint has always kept his mind active, whether it's by working on new film projects, learning about new technologies, or simply reflecting on his life and the world around him. He doesn't just sit in front of the TV or let his mind become idle. He's always thinking, always learning, always staying connected with what's going on in the world. Mental stimulation is one of the key factors in maintaining cognitive health as we age, and Clint has kept his mind sharp by staying curious and involved in his work and life. His ability to keep pushing himself intellectually has allowed him to stay alert, focused, and sharp, even at 94. Of course, it's not just Clint's daily habits that contribute to his longevity, it's also the lifestyle choices he has made throughout his life. From a young age, Clint has been someone who values discipline, hard work, and dedication. Whether it was his early days as an actor, his rise to fame, or his time as a director and producer, Clint has always worked hard to achieve his goals. He didn't take shortcuts, and he didn't rely on luck. Instead, he put in the effort and stayed committed to his craft. This dedication to hard work has not only made Clint successful, but it has also helped him maintain a sense of purpose throughout his life. Having a sense of purpose is one of the most important factors in maintaining a long, healthy life. When we feel like we have a reason to get up every morning, it gives us motivation and energy to keep going. Clint's work, his love for filmmaking, and his desire to stay engaged in life have given him that sense of purpose which has contributed to his longevity. Clint also practices moderation in his life. While many people his age might indulge in unhealthy habits, Clint has always been mindful of his health. He doesn't overindulge in food or drink, and he's always been cautious about his diet and lifestyle choices. Moderation is key to living a long and healthy life, and Clint's ability to avoid excess has helped him avoid many of the health problems that often come with aging. He's not about denying himself the things he enjoys, but he's always found a balance that works for him. His approach to moderation has allowed him to stay healthy and active without putting unnecessary strain on his body. There's also a spiritual aspect to Clint's longevity. While he is not known for being outwardly religious, he has always valued a sense of inner peace. His calm demeanor and his ability to stay grounded in the face of life's challenges reflect a deep understanding of what it means to live a peaceful, content life. This inner peace is another important factor in Clint's long life. People who are constantly in turmoil or who are driven by stress and anxiety often experience negative health effects as they age. Clint, on the other hand, has learned to cultivate peace within himself, which has helped him maintain his health and longevity. Finally, Clint's connection to nature has played an important role in his life. He's always had a love for the outdoors, and his ranch in Carmel, California, provides him with the opportunity to connect with nature on a daily basis. Whether it's walking through the countryside, spending time with animals, or simply enjoying the beauty of the land, Clint's connection to nature has helped him stay grounded and calm. Nature has been shown to have numerous health benefits, and Clint's ability to spend time in the outdoors has likely contributed to his physical and mental well-being. Clint Eastwood's longevity is not a result of any single secret or miracle. Instead, it's the result of a lifetime of making smart, healthy choices. From staying physically active to maintaining a positive attitude, from keeping his mind sharp to staying independent, Clint has lived a life that promotes health, happiness, and longevity. As he continues to age, Clint proves that with the right mindset, lifestyle, and habits, it's possible to live a long, fulfilling life, no matter how old you are. His story is a reminder that longevity isn't just about luck or genetics, it's about making the right choices every day and living life with purpose. Clint Eastwood has been a household name for decades, known for his iconic roles in film and his amazing work as a director. But what truly sets Clint apart from other aging celebrities is his relentless work ethic. At 94 years old, most people would think that Clint would want to slow down, take it easy, and enjoy his retirement. However, Clint is anything but typical. Instead of retiring and fading into the background, Clint has continued to work, create and lead the way in Hollywood, showing no signs of slowing down. People often wonder, how does Clint Eastwood manage to keep up such an impressive work ethic at his age? What is it about him that makes him continue to push forward, no matter how old he gets? The answer to this question lies in a combination of factors: his love for what he does, his incredible discipline, and his deep understanding of the importance of hard work. Clint's ageless work ethic is not just a result of his career choices, it's the way he approaches every aspect of his life. One of the biggest reasons Clint has maintained such a strong work ethic throughout his life is his deep passion for filmmaking. From the moment Clint began his career, he knew that he wanted to make movies that would leave a lasting impact. His passion for film wasn't just about the fame or the money, it was about creating art that would resonate with audiences. Whether he was acting in classic westerns, directing powerful dramas, or producing films that would go on to win Oscars, Clint always put his heart into his work. This passion is what keeps him going even now, at 94. He isn't working because he has to. He's working because he loves it. This love for his craft is what fuels his tireless energy and commitment to his projects, even when many of his peers have long since retired. Clint's work ethic also stems from his sense of responsibility. He has always taken his roles seriously. Whether as an actor, director, or producer, Clint has always believed in giving his best effort, no matter what. He doesn't cut corners or take the easy way out. For Clint, the work is never done halfway. Whether it's directing a major film or working with his cast and crew, Clint is known for being deeply involved in every aspect of the production. He doesn't just show up on set and go through the motions, he gives it his all. This sense of responsibility is what drives him to keep working, even at his age. It's not about personal gain or recognition, it's about doing the job right and giving everything he has to make sure that the final product is something he can be proud of. Discipline is another key element in Clint's ageless work ethic. From the beginning of his career, Clint has been known for his strong sense of discipline. He wakes up early, stays focused on the task at hand, and works hard throughout the day. This discipline extends beyond his work in film. He has always maintained a strict routine in his personal life, whether it's through his commitment to physical fitness, his daily habits, or his approach to work. Clint's discipline is not about being rigid or following rules just for the sake of it. It's about staying true to his goals and giving the best version of himself in everything he does. This discipline has allowed Clint to maintain his energy and focus well into his 90s. While many people his age struggle with staying active or motivated, Clint's discipline has kept him moving forward, giving him the strength and determination to keep working at the highest level. There's also an element of mental toughness that plays a big role in Clint's work ethic. As anyone who has followed Clint's career knows, he's never been someone to back down from a challenge. He has faced countless obstacles throughout his life, both in his personal and professional life. But instead of letting these obstacles slow him down, Clint has used them as motivation to keep pushing forward. His mental toughness has allowed him to overcome difficulties and continue pursuing his goals, no matter what life throws his way. This mental toughness is one of the reasons Clint is able to keep working, even when many others would have given up. He has learned to see setbacks as part of the process, and he doesn't let them stop him from reaching his full potential. Another factor that contributes to Clint's work ethic is his desire to keep learning. Clint has always been someone who is curious about the world around him. He has never settled into a comfortable routine or believed that he knows everything there is to know. Instead, he remains open to new ideas, new technologies, and new ways of thinking. This constant thirst for knowledge has kept his mind sharp and his creative ideas flowing. Clint is always looking for new opportunities to grow, whether it's by working on a new film project, experimenting with new filmmaking techniques, or exploring different genres of movies. This desire to keep learning and evolving keeps Clint engaged in his work, allowing him to stay at the top of his game even as he gets older. Clint Eastwood's work ethic is also a reflection of his self-belief. He has always had an unshakable confidence in his abilities. From his early days in Hollywood to his current work as a director, Clint has never doubted his capacity to succeed. He trusts his instincts and has always believed that he has something valuable to contribute to the world of film. This self-belief has kept him motivated and focused, even in the face of doubt or criticism. When other people might have questioned their abilities or chosen to retire, Clint continued to push forward, knowing that he had more to give. This self-belief is a major driver of his work ethic and his ability to keep producing successful films well into his 90s. Clint's work ethic is also tied to his desire to make a lasting impact. He doesn't just make movies for the sake of it, he makes movies that matter. His films have touched on deep, meaningful topics, from the complexities of war to the challenges of growing older. Clint's ability to address important issues through his films has made him a respected figure in the industry. He understands that the work he does has the power to influence people and leave a lasting mark on society. This awareness of the impact of his work is what drives Clint to continue creating, even after decades in the business. He wants his work to stand the test of time, and this desire to leave a legacy motivates him to keep working hard, no matter how old he gets. Finally, Clint Eastwood's work ethic is a product of his love for life. Despite the ups and downs he has faced, Clint has always maintained a love for life. He enjoys what he does, he enjoys the challenges, and he enjoys the process of creating. This love for life is what keeps him excited to wake up each day and get to work. While many people might view retirement as a time to relax and wind down, Clint sees each day as an opportunity to create something new and meaningful. His work ethic is not born out of obligation or the pressure to succeed, it's born out of a genuine passion for what he does and a deep appreciation for life itself. Clint Eastwood's ageless work ethic is one of the key factors that has allowed him to continue thriving in his career, despite his age. It's a combination of passion, discipline, mental toughness, and a desire to make an impact that keeps Clint going strong. His ability to maintain this work ethic, even as he enters his 90s, is a true inspiration to others. It shows that with the right mindset, dedication, and love for what you do, it's possible to keep achieving great things at any age. Clint Eastwood is proof that age is just a number, and that with hard work and perseverance, you can continue to create, innovate, and leave a lasting legacy.